Hello and welcome. This is Gist Nigeria. Coming up, fuel price hike. Nigerians react as government proposes to remove subsidy. Also, creative learning. Experts advocate inclusion of e-gaming in school curriculum. Plus, postpartum depression. Deaf single mom gets desperately needed help raising her child. Plus,
my name is Olushola Owonikoko. Check my health.
The social enabler promoting access to ICT skills and other opportunities for persons living with disabilities. Great to have you here on Gist Nigeria from the BBC and Channels Television, where we look at the stories making the rounds on social media. I am Wali Fakile. Let's start with our top story. Recently, the federal government hinted that come next year, it would remove subsidy on premium motor spirit, otherwise called petrol. This proposal may see the pump price of petrol jumping from 162 naira to more than 300 naira per litre. To cushion the effect, government has promised to support 40 million poor Nigerians with 5,000 naira for 1 year. But what does this all mean? Just Nigeria's chief from Yola today has been finding out.
A commodity that connects most Nigerians, regardless of socio-economic status. It determines prices of goods, transportation fare, and other services. Whatever happens to this commodity dictates what is achievable with people's income. The average Nigerian finds succor in its stability, availability, and affordability. From commercial and private transportation to powering generators at home and at business premises, even the vulcanizer, pepper grinders, and more all depend daily on petrol for survival. The premium motor spirit PMS has become what water is to fish for most Nigerians.
Things affect us a lot because it's fuel we're doing, business, everything, transport, whatever you do is from fuel.
Petrol for an average Nigerian, almost all your Nigerians now, petrol is very important.
Its price and availability have been stable for a while, though same cannot be said of its relative affordability. But a shake-up knocks at the door with the recent announcement by the federal government to remove subsidy on fuel by year 2022.
The PIA, the Petroleum Industry Act, has a provision that all petroleum products must be deregulated. And in the 2020 budget, we made a provision to assume that at the maximum by the end of June, we must exit subsidy.
Fuel subsidy is a government intervention that dates back to the 1970s. It's an attempt to make the commodity affordable for consumers by fixing its price below international rates, while government augments the differentials. This is not the first time the federal government is announcing that it will remove this intervention. And each time subsidy is removed or reduced on petrol, the result is a price hike. The recently signed Petroleum Industry Act provides that all petroleum products must be deregulated. The Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria had sought this for years. Now that it is being proposed, they are throwing their weight behind it.
We are very, very in support of the subsidy, with the caveat that there should be a playing ground where everybody, the operators, will be treated equally. I think that is the way to go, because by the time we play by the rules of the game, it will go a long way in opening the sector, in deepening a lot of wealth to the nation. I believe it will also open up the downstream and midstream sector.
Presently, A litre of petrol sells for between 162 and 165 naira in most places. With the federal government set to hands off subsidy by 2022, experts fear that it will diminish the economic strength of more people, as there are speculations that a litre of petrol might go above 300 naira.
The foundation is wrong, the fundamentals are not there. It is easy to speak the economics, but will it impact the economy? That is what government should consider. And I strongly believe if this policy is not correctly implemented, we would rather throw Nigeria back into another economic quagmire, even this moment today.
The Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) fears that further hike in the price of petrol would affect already struggling Nigerian workers.
Well, you cannot tell me that something that we have on our soil, given to us freely by God, for the benefit of Nigerians, that we must sell the crude oil at international price and then import refined product at international price and then sell to Nigerians at international price. This is cruelty.
As part of efforts to cushion the effects of the possible price hike, government is proposing to pay between 20 to 40 million poor Nigerians 5,000 naira transport allowance monthly. But this will only last for a year.
The intervention we want to provide, so we said between 20 to 40 million people, and there's still a lot of work going on within a committee that is chaired by His Excellency the Vice President, with the states as members and a few of us ministers as members. So we have to have a landing as to the exact number, between 20 to 40. We already agreed it will be 5,000 naira. And we also agreed that the remittances have to be done digitally.
By giving citizens 5,000 naira, even we are told that the 5,000 naira will be given to the poorest of the poor. Where did they get the data of the poorest of the poor?
Giving 5,000 naira to people, is it weekly or monthly or yearly? Monthly. Okay, so they have promised that earlier before. I heard something like that. And are they doing it to date?
It's going to be tough, but as it goes on, everything will normalize.
The Senate Committee on Finance says what is being proposed was not captured in the 2022 budget.
As some quarter says, the Honorable Minister of Finance budget and was quoted saying that 40 million Nigeria will pay $5,000 and 5,000 naira as transportation allowance in lieu of the fuel subsidy. I don't want to go into these details for now. I believe that if such proposal is to come to pass, a document to that effect must be sent to the National Assembly for us to see how possible, how visible, if this is, and how do we identify these 40 million Nigeria that are going to benefit from this process.
A year 2020 report by the International Center for Tax and Development reveals that the Nigerian government spends an estimate of $3.9 billion on fuel subsidy. As time ticks away to the implementation date, economists and development experts have perspectives that call for the attention of the government and stakeholders in the up and downstream sector.
Let's face what the real problems are. Get our refineries working. If they cannot work, build new refineries and build them on time. And there is no need to build mega refineries. Okay? You can actually disperse and build refineries across the country. You can build one refinery in each geopolitical zone.
The right thing to do to help the economy is to ensure that there is sufficient output. This will generate jobs. This will minimize inflation. It will reduce poverty, hunger, and deprivation from our people. At that time, we can remove subsidies.
We must protect the domestic market from the volatility of the global market. And that is because we are an oil-producing country. All oil-producing countries are doing that.
So as the conversation continues here, Nigerians hope that the pendulum swings to the side that gives them succor, a situation that speaks to the economic realities. Sheyifumi Olatide, Gist Nigeria.
We'll certainly bring you updates as this story unfolds.